After playing around with Blood Surge, I actually have to confess that I am super happy with how the changes to Blood Surge in general worked out. Kruor's Embrace is a great addition to Blood Surge. Let's see how we make that work in the Blood Surge build. But how does Blood Surge actually function? The Blood Surge has an incredible AoE with the Nova and the drawing of blood from enemies, which is then directly increasing its damage. So you have a crazy good AoE solution baked into the build baseline. The only problem that you have to fix for Blood Surge is the single target damage, and Kruor's Embrace that has been updated alongside the unique update with Season 5 actually does exactly that for you. As you can see right here, Blood Surge drains +5 times from elites, which basically means that every time you are encountering a single target encounter, namely elites, then you are going to actually buff the Blood Surge itself by draining blood from the same enemy multiple times, therefore increasing the general Blood Surge damage that is then being expelled with the Nova, which is then basically being doubled with the Bloodbath aspect, and the second short delayed echo is going to deal 15% less damage multiplicatively. So this is basically an 85% damage multiplier that is going to copy the damage of the first Blood Surge. So an auto include in the build, further helping solve the single target issue that we have. Obviously, Blood Moon breaches a big 150% multiplier on a target that you curse and then overpower. So this is going to be all of the time because you are going to be generating overpowers with the Blood Surge itself, with the first effect right here with the Paranormal Blood Surge. Every time you are damaging an enemy while you are healthy, then you gain 1 stack of overwhelming blood. When you have 5, you're going to guarantee overpower. And on top of that, Rathma's Vigor is also going to help you get those guaranteed overpowers into the single target encounters. So ideally, we would just be standing there holding down right click, but obviously that brings the problem of essence with it. And as you can see right here on this absolutely non-optimized character that you can see on screen right now, without mythics, without good gear, the essence is refilling like crazy. And we do that by actually including the Starlight aspect, because we are actually healing ourselves quite a lot through Blood Surge and the enhanced Blood Surge right here. Then we can also generate the Starlight procs very reliably and very often due to having extremely high attack speed, basically attack speed cap all of the time. Of course, if you slap a mythic unique, the Ring of Starless Skies for example, on there, the essence problem instantly vanishes and you are just straight up blasting. All the links to this build, either the planner or the written version on Maxroll for the Blood Surge build, are going to be linked down in the description below. And very important right here, you can actually see my progress of like findings while I was tinkering around with the build. You can see the version that I was using in the gameplay footage that we have seen at the start of the video, where I don't have any mythics at all, and I'm currently playing around a little bit with this last slot. I think we might actually go for Blight, which is going to be used on bosses where we actually need a little bit more damage, because there's not really anything else that we could be using here on our 6th slot that makes sense. So I probably am going to go with Supernatural Blight here to get that free 20% multiplier for just 3 skill points invested. We will have to see how that is going to work out in the end. And for the defenses, I'm actually extremely happy that the rapid ossification tech that I not found out, but that I basically put onto this build, I didn't really see it anywhere else, but I'm actually a huge fan of this working. The character that you could see in the gameplay only had 7 rapid ossification ranks, so it was missing 1 more second of bone skill cooldown reduction for our Bone Storm. We're gonna be spending quite a lot of essence due to our high attack speed while holding down right click, which is then going to trigger our rapid ossification over and over and over again, which is then going to reduce the Bone Storm and also the Bone Prison, which is our source of vulnerable. Bone Storm not only gives us 20% critical strike chance permanently because we are resetting the cooldown super quickly, but it also helps us with a permanent 15% damage reduction for our build. And since we are basically a melee build, the Bone Storm is going to continuously trigger the Shielding Storm passive, which has now been fixed to actually give you 6% of max health as a barrier every time it damages enemies, so basically doubling your health, so to say, when it comes to the incoming damage. This doesn't really help you with overpower, but still is going to help you out tremendously in terms of defense. You're going to see the cooldown of Bone Storm vanish every time you just plant and hold down right click, and it's actually a crazy good feeling when it comes to that. On top of that, Decrepify with Abhorrent Decrepify is going to help you further reduce your cooldowns that you have on the build. The only problem that this build has a little bit is that you can't really play Corpse Tendrils because Cruas is actively basically permanently taking away all of your corpses to let you deal more damage, but obviously it consumes corpses for you, which actually gives you the Fueled by Death multiplier. And if you have essence issues, you can take some points out of somewhere and put them into Grim Harvest, basically increasing your essence generation if Starlight is for some reason not enough for your build. For example, if you're just switching to it, this is actually a really important thing to do. And on top of that, Cruas is also going to keep Flesh Eater up permanently for you. I think here you can see the synergies that just one item provides to the whole build and literally ties all of these singular things together and makes an absolute beast of a build when it comes to the raw power. Obviously, I haven't been doing like gigantic 120s with it, but it's also due to the reason that I haven't really been pushing that much on the build. I'm currently reassembling the character after dying, and afterwards I can actually continue the journey on Blood Surge. But for now, this is actually my build of the season when it comes to that. Something that we haven't played at all or like in ages is now extremely strong, and I think with the rapid ossification tech reducing your Bone Storm all of the time, it's actually something new and very interesting to me. But especially in hardcore, I'm a big fan of a permanent Bone Storm, and you should be too, because it's going to just immensely increase your effective health pool. And yeah, let me know down in the comments how you like the rapid ossification tag and also Blood Surge in general. I'm going to be leaving to Blizzard in Monday, which is basically in less than 48 hours. I'm going to be testing out stuff that is unreleased. I'm very much looking forward to this, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity here. Thank you to Blizzard and all of you guys for making this possible by supporting the channel, subscribing the channel, and yeah, just being here or over at the Twitch live streams. We're having a blast. We're gonna sit down and collect all of the community's feedback and questions so I can pack them up and take them with me to Irvine so that I can bring them to the developers and see if I can get some answers out there. If you want to have a look behind the scenes and want to see me traveling and maybe see one or two photos together with other creators or from the campus itself, I suggest you join the Discord. The link to this is also in the description below. And if you like content similar to this, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.